how's it going, guys? My name is Zach with the Movie Castle, and today we're going to be taking a look at Monsters. This is Season 3, Episode 9, and this one's entitled The Young and the Headless. It originally came out November 25th, 1990, was directed by Tom Abrams, and stars Karen Valentine, George Reinholt, and John Schiappa. And this one really didn't click for me, and that's kind of a shame because we were on a really good run of Monsters episodes. Like the last 4, I thought were pretty cool, but then we get to this one and it's another comedy episode, and as I've stated previously, I'm really not the biggest fan of them, but also I've never seen an episode of The Young and the Restless in my life, and judging from the title, that's what we're parodying. Maybe when The Young and the Restless was more popular, it was more of a universal thing to parody, but like, I don't know, it just wasn't resonating with me because I didn't see the other show, and I don't know how much the Restless and the Monsters crowd really cross over. It was kind of a weird thing to do. Like, I get this is our drama and these are like our evil scheming characters, and I get the acting's supposed to be kind of cliche and over the top, and I can see how if you are bigger fans of the other source material, you might really like this, but to me it wasn't really hitting home. There is also, in this episode, a kind of ambitious special effect, and I mean, props to them for trying it out, but let's just say the effect towards the end of the episode, they really didn't have the budget to pull it off 100%. So yeah, we were on a run of 4 really good episodes, and now we get this cheesy little comedy episode that I'm not a huge fan of. Now, like the past so-so episodes in Season 3, and by that I mean Murphy's Monster and Cellmates, they're not bad, they're just kind of so-so, and I do want to say, looking back on the Season 3 episodes, we have gotten quite a few good ones, and the bad ones have just been more mediocre than terrible, so overall Season 3 is doing pretty good. It's just stepped on another comedy landmine, and it may be to the right crowd, they might like it, but it's not for me. I'm not a fan of soap operas, so yeah, maybe the right crowd will like it. But anyway, without further ado, in order to analyze this further, what's the episode about? I'll be avoiding the end bits and I'll try not to spoil too much, but let's dig in a little deeper so we can analyze it. We open up with this couple and they're doing brain surgery together, and it quickly establishes the ironic tone, you know, that there are these surgeons and they're madly in love and speaking dramatically. It's a fun enough opening, but then we cut to later, and the woman is at her house seemingly alone when her ex-husband comes in. The ex-husband is a military guy, and she had thought he was dead, but it turns out he had gotten to the point where like both sides of the war had hated him, and he had to fake his death in order to save his life, and they rely a little bit on that outdated concept of saying the natives had never seen someone like him and were worshipping him like a god. Whatever. He was presumed dead, but now he's alive and back in her life, and he is a cartoon. One of those cartoon jerks from Anthology horror. Like, for real, he's been presumed dead for so long, but because he's a soldier, he literally shows up still in his army fatigues, and also his name is literally Hunk. Yeah, we're being super on the nose here. Well, it turns out that when he was presumed dead, the woman had remarried, and her new husband is more on the brainy side. He's in a wheelchair, he's another doctor as well, and he's also got that upper class snooty arrogance where he's looking down on Hunk, and you can tell the two are pitted against each other, and they each are going to have kind of this battle to try to win her over, and she's going to have a strangely hard time picking between the two guys. It really is a back and forth, and I get the pun, you know, like, does she love someone for the body or for the mind? And we have, you know, literal representations of them. But that being said, like, for real, you have the one that you were just happy with a minute ago, that you're currently legally married to, and you're running a successful business with, versus the war criminal. Like, I don't think it would be that hard a choice. The war criminal that let you think he was dead for years and years and years, but whatever, it's apparently oh so tempting, and I guess this is part of the parody, but yeah, no, it was an annoying element to me. Now, this whole thing is interrupted when a bird with no head flies in. It turns out there's this parrot, and their scientific research is basically they're taking the heads off of things, putting a little remote control hubcap on them, essentially replacing their brain with a computer, and now they can remote control living things. And granted, we just got an Anthology horror jerk, and the episode's called The Young and the Headless. I think we all know where this is going. I won't say it out loud for those of you who don't, but we can figure it out. But I will say, with the obvious turn, at least it happens a little bit early on, so we can relish in the fun special effect, and we can get out a few gags and see the situation, you know? I kinda wish it happened earlier so it'd be like the full episode, but at least it wasn't the twist at the very end, because now we have some room to actually play with it. And I will say, knowing, like, as soon as they had the bird, it didn't take me long to figure out where it was going, but when I saw that that wasn't going to be the absolute end and they introduced it a little sooner, I was able to guess what the absolute end would be. It's the natural second twist if you have time to do another one. So yeah, overall, it's kind of a predictable episode as well. So it is a little silly if you guys did grow up watching things like The Young and the Restless or other soap operas, you might just get it a little more than I did. And it did have a goofy effect, again, one they couldn't 100% pull off, but overall it was just something that was kind of predictable and I couldn't relate to. And you know, like, if you guys were fans of soap operas and you saw this episode, let me know if it resonated for you, because as it stands for me, it's just like, I get it, but I didn't like it, you know? But yeah, a so-so one for the pile. I wish it was better. Not terrible, but yeah, mediocre. Anyway though, to everyone who's watched so far, thank you for watching. To everyone who's liked and subscribed, thank you. You really are helping the channel out. I'll leave a relevant playlist on the bottom. This should be my Monsters playlist. If you guys want to see me review the past episodes of the show, you should be able to find them there. Anyway, have a good day. See you guys again very, very soon. Playlist here. Have a good day now.